Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the nefarious, the instigator of multiple misdemeanors, Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you so much, thank you. You Can't Suck It. Tell your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck that I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by Nosmer. Your name? Nosmer. So it is a Golgari self-milled deck. And let's take a look at that. I mean, this is just Golgari in it all over the place. And I thought, wow, this looks really interesting. You know, you don't really see being played in the meta right now. And it's got Sheoldred in it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this deck. So let's take a look at the cards, see how figure out what to do with it, and then take it out for a drive. At the low end, we got the Cult Conscript. He's a 2/1 for 1, enters the battlefield tapped, which allows you to get that extra boost for just a single black mana, right? And the big thing is you get to return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, but only if a non-skeleton creature died under your control this turn. So he's self-reanimating, but he's got some conditions. We got the Undead Butler, who we've played with a bunch recently, but he's 2 for a 1/2. When he enters the battlefield, you mill 3 cards. So it looks like we've got some mill action going on here. But when he dies, you exile it. And when you do, you can return a target card from your graveyard to your hand. So there's some reanimation going on there. We got mill and reanimation. We got some reanimation. Urborg Lhurgoyf. There's a lot of RGs in those 2 words. For 2 mana, you get a something 1. But you can kick it with either blue or black. We don't have any blue in here, so it's all black. He enters the battlefield. You mill 3 cards each time it was killed. So it looks like we're milling some more. Power is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard, and his toughness equal to that number plus 1. All right, so that's why we're milling, is we're trying to get creature cards in the graveyard to buff up Urborg Lhurgoyf and maybe some other stuff. Crawling Infestation is 3 mana for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 2 cards. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into a graveyard from anywhere during your turn, you create a 1/1 green insect token. You can only do 1 trigger per each turn. So, all right, so we're milling again, and we're gaining some insect tokens. Eccentric Farmer costs you 3. You get a 2/3 dude. And when it enters the battlefield, you mill 3 cards, and you may return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. So this is a little bit of ramp going on right there. And milling some more. So, yep, we're going to get our dudes all pumped off of creatures in the graveyard. Old Rutstein costs you 3. You get a 1/4. When he enters the battlefield or at the beginning of your upkeep, you mill a card. If a land card is milled this way, treasure token. If a creature card, you create an insect. Non-creature, non-land card, you create a blood token, which you can sacrifice it to add 1 mana of any color. Oh, wait, that's not it. What does the blood token do? You don't see. Oh, it's over here somewhere. It's something. I don't know how to see it. It's like, I think it's something like pay 2, discard a card and draw a card or something like that. All right, Sheoldred, the Apocalypse, costs you 4. You for 4 or 5 with Death Touch. Fantastic. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Unfortunately, you can't have more of her out at one time, just 1 at a time. But she is space awesome. Okay, Moldgraf. Some more GRs. Millipede for 5. It's a 2/2, but when it enters the battlefield, you mill 3 cards, and you put a +1/+1 counter for each creature card in your graveyard. So hopefully you got a bunch, and these guys can be swole. Consuming Blob costs you 5, and it looks like it's what is it? Creatures power is equal to the number of card types amongst cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is 1 plus that number. And then at the beginning of your instep, create an ooze counter that's a copy of it. So yeah, you'll just start putting out baby blobs at that point that are just really buff based upon the amount of stuff you got in your graveyard. Diregraf Rebirth will allow you to return target card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So keep the crap in there, bring the awesome dudes back. And Writhing Necromass costs you 7 for a 5/5 with Death Touch, but it costs 1 less for each creature in your graveyard, so you could pay essentially 1 for a 5/5 with Death Touch. All right, so the big problem is I don't see any trample. No trample, no evasion, no direct creature kill, so we're just going to go for it, I guess. 24 lands made entirely out of basic lands. This deck looks like it has a good idea, but might need a little more tuning. We're going to try it out as it is. We'll see how well it works. Let's go. Now we're playing against Galaxy 101. Literally 101. 1, 2, 3. Like we got. Creature card, graveyard, and toughness equal to number. Okay. Keep. All right, see ourselves getting an Undead Butler in a little bit here. And there he is. He's an Undead Butler. He's an Undead Butler. And he's pumped. You're going to give me the option there? Let's take that option. I'm going to bring back our pal, the Millipede. All right. 3. Let's get this Old Rutstein. Old Rutstein. He's a hell of a guy. All right, let's put out a conscript. Auto pay. Want to see him waste his, I want to see him destroy his stuff on my guys here that are of the lesser variety. Another Old Rutstein. All right, so we got here. We got a 4, we got a 5, we got a 5. And no attacks, everything's cool. I mean, he could just plow through it. No blocks. What do I got in here? Just 2 dudes? And land. That was my land. All right, I'm gonna try putting out Sheoldred at this point. I'll attack. Hopefully we'll just kill Sheoldred straight out. Possibly I could use this to kill the Evolved Sleeper. I don't have mana to start bringing things back from the graveyard. Let's go with the guy that can come back from the dead. He sounds like a good guy. That was pretty sweet. All right, we're up to 4, 5, 6. Anything worth coming back in here? Not really. Let's put out the Millipede. Autopay. No tax. He's not killing Sheoldred straight out. Gotta believe he's susceptible to that. There we go. Guess who's coming back? Sheoldred. Sheoldred. Take it. All right, so he's got 4 mana. He's going after Sheoldred like crazy. I've only got 4 mana. What I got? Got some of that. Oh, there we go. Sheoldred. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, there we go. Let's see. You can pump. Make it into a 2. That's fine. We're going in. We're going to sneak at least 1 point past. Every little thing's going to help. He's taking out the bug. These little guys are looking pretty good. Getting down to 1. You got to kill the Sheoldred. You got to do it. There we go. Oh, unfortunately, you're not going to take it out. And you're dead. Victory! Are playing against Azrael. 4, 2, 1, 2, 3. And nothing to do till turn 3, but things are getting better at that point. Well, that looks very Golgari, doesn't it? Just all mushrooms and dead crap. I got a butler. I got a butler. I got a butler. Hey, hey, hey. All right, and let's put out a Crawling Infestation. No attacks, everything's totally cool. Round 3, we'll be able to put out Sheoldred. Hopefully, we'll not have an answer for it. Here's a Sheoldred. All right, number 4 gets a Sheoldred out there. And all attack. Go for it, ladies. Block, block, block. That Writhing Necromass is cheap. Because of all the creature cards in my graveyard. Does not seem to currently have an answer for Sheoldred. That is good news. All right, we got 4 mana. We need 7 to bring things back. Take that action. All right, let us put out a Necromass. And let's put out another Necromass. No attacks. We'll have plenty of attacks here in a second. It's probably the most Golgari deck I've seen in a long time. All insects and graveyardy. Bunch of gross things. Draw a card. That's what you want to do, huh? Keep drawing. All right, let's go for the Eccentric Farmer. Am I getting too dangerous? Nah, I'm doing just fine. Go for another green. Throw that out there. Put out a Conscript. And let's send in these Necromasses. That's 10 points of damage. Oh, and he took it, and then he'll draw a card, and I'll take 2 more. Lifelink, huh? That's not cool. All right, we'll go with that. Take action. What are we bringing back? Let's bring back... There we go. Victory! Up and against orcs. Okay. Multiple or just one? 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll play it. Interesting. No card sleeve, no pets, and only can afford 3 letters in his name. Keep. Alright, so for 3 mana, I can kick it with just mill stuff. Good game, huh? There we go. Cult Conscript. Consuming Blob is 5. It'd be cool to get one of these dudes out. Of course, it'd be nice to have some guys in the graveyard first. Let's kick it. Kick it. Black. All attack. Go on in there, Mr. Conscript. We need to bring you in here just to sit around looking pretty. What do you think you're doing touching my guys? That's not cool. All right, here's number 4. I'm going to put out the Farmer, which allows us to go get another land. Which will get us in time for a Consuming Blob on the next turn. Still kind of on the low side. Hopefully this milling is going to do a good job. All right, bring back a land. Throw it out. Oh, we can't do it, huh? All right, there's another Cult Conscript. Alright, no attacks. Let's just be defensive. What does this guy do? Discard a draw card. Alright. We have Sheoldred in here. Alright, I'm going to play the one easy C without the Consuming Blob. And we'll just chill. Yeah, that Mama Blob needs to be protected. Alright, so that gets us one of those. We'll put out the 5/5 with Death Touch. We'll put out a Lhurgoyf. Do I have the ability to do anything else? I think it's just played as is. And we need to protect that Mama. No attacks. And we win? That was an odd situation. Victory! Alright, bringing back McCarthyCJ. Sounds very familiar. 1, 2, 3. Deep. Yellow Greeters, alright. 2. Let's go ahead and Lhurgoyf up. Nope, we don't want to do that. Thank you for reminding me. I'll go ahead and do the Cult Conscript. There's no way he's going to block it. Alright, there's 3. We're going to go ahead and play this for the black. No attacks. Any mana in here? There's 1 at least. Alright, Eccentric Farmer. 1, 2, 3. And let's bring back that 1 mana we're looking for. Nope. Nothing particularly that great in the graveyard so far. Coming on down. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I could bring the Lhurgoyf back. I'm just going to Millipede it. It'll be fine. And no attacks. Oh, wow, that Millipede is off. You can send in some dudes with, what is it, Death Touch, right? 4, 5, 6. He's almost got his Topiary Stomper up to speed. Next to combat. All attack. Well, not all, just 1. We've given up. Nobody. Here's number 2. There's your 10. Alright, so we got some rhinos now. Having to contend with people. And let's send them in. Next. I'm going to start seeing some chump blockers here. Whatever. Welcome back, Millipede. Got some more stuff we can play. I think I've played some of these Cult Conscript Colts. And I'll put out another one. Sure, why not? Alright, another Rhino. These guys going for defense like crazy. He doesn't know what he's going to do. One with 2. I got 5 mana. Better take some life there, Sergio. There you go. And there's 6. Let's just go all in. Problem is you're going to have to give up your dudes is the problem. You're not going to like that too much. Got another one. Sneaky hobbit. You can do singleton blocks. Trying to kill another one there, huh? Between those two, that's fine. Alright, here is a Consuming Blob. So if we get the 3 highest guys out of the mix here, then we're still sitting in, what is that, to 8 on the side. That's not cool. Alright, send them in. You taking out the other Millipede now? Is that the deal? Yeah, okay. There you go. And we win! Winner, winner, victory dinner! Alright, so here we are with the Golgari self-mill deck. And I have not seen this Golgari of a deck in such a long time. You know, creepy bugs, getting things back from the graveyard, constantly milling things. That is Ravnica Golgari 101 right there. Who was the hero of this deck? Let's take a look. Really, it was, I think, Undead Butler. With the fact that he gets out there and then when he dies, you bring things back from the graveyard to your hand. There's lots of things, you know, milling in this deck like crazy. But Undead Butler was bringing the good guys back. I really, really liked the Writhing Necromass because of how cheap it was to play in this deck. Easily, I could get it out for 2 mana. Having a 5/5 Death Touch was a great way to go. Everything else, the Millipede was great. Consuming Blob was really good. Sheoldred, he's always getting killed. There's not much you could do about that. But still, it was great. The reanimation feature, bringing these things back, and just being an aggressive super force. So let's go ahead and rate this deck up. Was this deck competitive? I'm going to say I'm not sure how competitive it was. The deck did very well sometimes, and other times it did not. Mostly, it was not particularly fast. So if you had something that had some speed to it, then yeah, we had a hard time keeping up with it. So I'm going to put it into the B category by default just because of that. Now, was it fun? Yes, I found this deck to be extraordinarily fun. I love the fact that I liked things going to the graveyard. I liked the fact that it didn't worry me that we were milling like crazy, that your graveyard was just a giant battery that made your stuff so much stronger, and that you'd be able to just pick through it and pull things out whenever you wanted to. That was so glorious, which made it a fun deck. Was it an interesting deck? Yes, absolutely. You don't normally get to play with a lot of reanimation like that, and this deck was just up in its guts like that. It was beautiful. So, because of that, not being very well competitive, but being really fun and interesting, I'm going to give this deck an A- is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to recommend that you do play it. I think this deck has some potential to be better with a few different card choices. So yeah, I may hold this one aside and mess around with a little bit and see if I can do any better than what we got right here, right now. So if you so choose to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.